Hey, it's Drew Neiser here with another Tuesday tip. There's been a lot of conversation of late in what role should CEOs and organizations play in the world of politics. Can they sit in the sidelines or do they have to have a point of view? It's a difficult navigational area. Amy Messano from Altair, what's your tip for how to handle in this world where it's very hard for companies to sit on the sidelines?
I would say have the courage to articulate your company's values and if you have a purpose-driven company based strong culture, strong values, have the courage to articulate that.
Courage is one of my favorite words. It's part of, it's the whole CATS model. So thank you for that. Okay, up next, Narine Galstian from SADA. Tell me, what's your tip?
My tip is very similar to Amy's, really based it on your core values and your culture, and make sure that you're aligned internally and externally. Your people dictate who you are as a company. So being able to support the views of the company and the culture is really important. And yes, to have the courage to voice that and to make sure that there is a connected feeling of support across all of the channels and across all of the hierarchy, if you will, of the company from your CEO down, to make sure there's a united front and all based on your core values.
Right. And what I think is so important there is this can't be baloney. It has to be real. And so
it has to be authentic.
Right.
Yeah.
And so in theory, if you have strong values, and you see something that happens that is against those values, it's very hard for you to sit on the sidelines. So that's also one of the ways to decide whether or not you take a point of view. Okay, EJ Schmidt from ILS. EJ, what's your tip?
Yeah, I would say I would echo the same sentiments. I mean, it has to be consistent with the values, your employee sentiment, and definitely you want to make sure that you're aligned with your stakeholders. Very important for the CEO to have courage there.
Yeah, and we've talked a lot about this in that the CEO plays such a profound role in this. And a lot of CEOs, and I'm going to stereotype here, but there's probably an age and a racial mix of CEOs that may be very uncomfortable in this world. How do you as a CMO sort of help the CEO realize they can't sit on the sidelines, that it is expected, that employees expect it? Any thoughts? Do any of you have a thought on that?
Again, I would say I'm blessed to work for a CEO who is completely people first. He cares deeply about his employees, and he's very sensitive to sort of trends and all those great things. So I don't have to do much in that category, but I do think, and again, the word courage, if it's something that you care deeply about, or perhaps there's distractions, it's your job and your responsibility, fiscal, fiduciary, and morally, to bring those to your CEO, and hopefully you work for one who will listen.
Yeah, there you go. All right. One of the things, it doesn't hurt if you have data. So one of the CMOs that we talked to earlier today had done an employee survey. They had strong feelings about that. They showed employees believe in this, our values state this. Okay, CEO, let's go. And in fact, was able to change the CEO's position on something so they could express a point of view. All right, there you have it. Have the courage to take a stand, have it be consistent with your values so it is real. All right, that's your Tuesday tip. I'm Drew Neiser. See you later.